Hi, welcome everyone. My name is Madi, and this is Alt Tarot and Astrology. For 2023 predictions, general energy of the year ahead. Just to remind you, these are just general readings, so take what resonates. Jupiter will be moving into your sign this year, which is going to bring lots of abundance, more connectedness, groundedness, pleasure, joy. You're really going to be reaping a lot of fruits of past efforts, past situations. Really is a time to expand, to celebrate, to self-explore, to travel. It really is a prosperous time for you, especially coming out of your eclipse season on the Scorpio-Taurus axis. And we're going to be moving into the Aries-Libra eclipse season this year. You're really kind of tying up loose ends and really moving towards what is right for you and where you've been wanting to kind of be all along. Even going into the numerology of 2023 with that 3 of expansion, optimism, support, celebration. I really feel like there's some great energy in store for you after a few years of deep transformation. Okay. Taurus 2023. One more. But even though there is a sense of growth and optimism in your life, there still is that kind of underbelly of your experience where you are processing grief, as well as kind of acknowledging certain things in your life that tie you down as we move towards the very tail end of that Taurus, Scorpio, shadow work kind of energy that you've especially been in. There's kind of like a full circle acknowledgement of those things in your life and kind of that true balance of light and dark, of that joyous, optimistic, forward-moving expansion with processing grief, processing some sense of loss, of old identity, of old sense of ways of being, even old relationships. A lot was purged for many people this past year, especially. There is that void between, having or not having the old, but also not having the new totally, and kind of in that transition, you're processing that grief as you turn into, or as you go into that stronger, more optimistic, joyous, new life kind of energy that you'll be moving into this year. But there still is that kind of sense of grief and just processing everything that has happened. Not just this past year, but these past few years. You really get a sense of like loss, like there was something, some big change or some great loss. Here we go. Yeah, grief and quest. May have even been a pet, family member, may have been like real, true life loss. Or it may just be the loss of, something very, very large in yourself. or just the loss of deep friendship, partnership. Whatever it is, though, it's kind of pushed you to begin to want to be who you really are, to be more authentically you, to live your life more aligned with yourself, you know, as well as kind of being on a quest to discover a deeper sense of self, a better way of being, and a way of existing with grief and still experiencing joy and being happy. You know, grief is like a part of life. We have to find ways of managing it and still being happy and still having joy and still really deeply experiencing abundance, and not kind of letting that, you know, block or get in the way. Because if you did that, you'll just live in that for the rest of your life, because grief, it's a part of life. Easier said than done, of course, but you're allowed to be happy, even during times of loss or grief or heartbreak. Okay, for Taurus, 2023. Sending a bit of Reiki energy. Okay, Taurus 2023, what's up? Here we go. Ace of Swords. It wasn't the reverse, but I want to take that upright. Primordial. Improbability. Dealing with doubts, lack of clarity. Kind of, as well as a purging or facing of a victim mentality. Going back to that grief. Both green right here. That may be a part of the grief or sense of loss that you've experienced, is a lack of clarity, a lack of communication, feeling of victimhood due to that loss, and just feeling doubtful in some way, shape, or form in your life. And these emotions that these kind of like shadow that you're experiencing is very, very deep inside of you with primordial. This is ancient. This is not just attached to your, you know, current situation. These are ancient, deep feelings, patterns inside of yourself. I think this year you're going to be gaining a lot more clarity of what they actually are in your body, in yourself, how they limit you, and really cutting through the bullshit, cutting through the confusion. Here with this Ace of Swords, bringing that upright. Tons of heart healing, more green. There was green in the pre-shuffle. I mean, feelings of being misunderstood, feelings of grief, victimhood. There's something that you're deeply processing, some sort of situation that is going to push you. Yeah. It's going to be divinely guided, though, here with the Oracle. It also kind of resonates with the tarot card in traditional, you know, tarot, here in this, with this Oracle. But it is divinely guided change. Whatever crumbles, whatever thing in your life comes to an ending or has some sort of, like, comes to a head, it's supposed to happen. And you are doing super, super deep heart healing this year. 5 of Wands. Conflict. Needing to begin to really trust yourself. I feel like there will be challenges, but it may push you to begin focusing on yourself and who you're really wanting to be. once again tying up the loose ends of the past Taurus, Scorpio eclipse season. That you are at that final kind of culmination of those lessons and that energy, and it's coming up especially through the heart, and I feel like you're going to have some sort of super deep heart healing and breakthrough. Queen of Cups, beginning to trust yourself, be gentle with yourself. Queen of Wands, stepping into really kind of passionate but also emotional energy. This is really an energy of empowered intuition, I feel. And whatever you're going to experience, especially here with this mysticism, with the third eye, you're going to begin to really level up, especially almost like even like a physical sense with the heart healing and it kind of providing, here with this Ace of Swords and with mysticism, these kinds of deep revelations inside of yourself of who you want to be, where you're going to go. But at first you're going to have to just surrender and face the things maybe in your heart that are needing healing. Being misunderstood, having feeling like a victim to some sort of situation or circumstance, as well as grief, loss, of feeling like having to face a situation not being exactly how you wanted, and kind of being having experiences that are shrouded in past emotions, past patterns, and you feeling maybe even like stuck in the pattern that you were in. All right, one more for Taurus. Knight of Wands, beginning to take action, finding ways of channeling your passion, stepping into, a greater sense of movement, of power. I really just get the sense of taking action. Whatever it is that you realize, whatever it is that you face, it's going to push you in the right direction and you'll go running fast. So that's great. All right, Taurus. I hope you have the most amazing, prosperous, healing year, sending courage, strength, and softness as you surrender to your own healing and your own heart, your heart calling. Once you face its grief or face its pain, it sends you so much joy. All right.